All right. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Life According to Brian.
And Jason.
Jason, hey, it's another week, another podcast. What's on your mind?
Dude, I was lucky enough to go to a Rockies baseball game recently, and I'm walking up to get another hot dog, and I notice on row 38, there's a guy on the lower bowl with a glove under an overhang. Dude, what's the thoughts with that? It's complicated. It's involved. Your thoughts on a glove?
Well, first of all, would a ball even ever go up that? Right?
No, I don't know, man.
I think that's what you're saying is, okay.
Yeah.
I'm in the total wrong place in the baseball stadium to get a foul ball. Why did I bring my glove?
Right behind home plate. Row 38, which, by the way, I'm flexing just a tad. I had a seat behind home plate-ish. But, I understand.
Right.
But just a thought on that, on bringing a glove, different ages, as a kid, as an adult. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know. I guess my first thought that comes to mind is, at what age does a grown man, is that a cry for help? Because a kid, yes, I get it. The kid's showing up. They're maybe trying to catch one of the home runs during batting practice, before the game. But grown men carrying a glove, I don't know. See, I stopped bringing a glove to the baseball stadium. I only did up to AAA with a glove when I was 12. So I was done. It's like I didn't want to be that high schooler who's going to baseball games, because why? I'm too busy checking out girls, let alone to be walking around with a baseball glove trying to get that. So I don't know. Here's my take, Jason. I think it's a little sad. That's just my personal opinion. I think the person wants to have like some kind of memory of the game. Maybe they never got a foul ball and they're really hoping that. So I kind of feel maybe they're a little desperate. Convince me otherwise. What do you think?
Hey, do a game. You're a fan. Personally, you spend it how you will. You spend your money how you will. Well, I may not bring a glove. My kids brought gloves, and we sat in all different places that you would want to bring it. And we go early. Like we talked about this before. I go early and watch batting practice and love being out in the center field catching it. Hey, if it brings you joy, you go, man. But it all goes with, though, if you're a grown man and you catch that ball, you got to immediately hand that over to a kid. You got to look for a kid. So I guess your excitement of catching the ball with a glove, you're like, yeah, but then you have to immediately let go of that ball. In my mind, you have to look for the nearest kid and do it. And in some spots when I go to a game, no kidding, if I think I'm going to get a ball, no kidding, I look for kids around me. I know that's crazy. Have I caught a ball? No. Has a ball gone near me? Not really that much, occasionally. But I am looking, okay, if I get a ball, I'm going to give it to that kid over there. Do you ever think that? Now, I don't have a glove, but I think that. So my thought is bring a glove if you want. You go. If you're willing to schluck it around. But if you do catch that, you are not keeping that ball if you're an adult.
Well, what's your thought? I think what you're tapping on here is sports are kind of filled with unwritten rules, right? So what you're saying is if as an adult, I'm going to hand it to a kid if I get a ball. That's an unwritten rule. It's not written anywhere.
No.
But what's interesting is in baseball, there's kind of a unwritten rule that if the ball flies into the crowd, you get to keep it,
Okay. Yes.
So there's that. The other thing too is, and maybe it's just because we have YouTube now, we have sports all over the place. What's with people taking baseballs from kids? That seems to be a thing.
Yeah, that is not.
The joy that I remember was if you could catch a baseball without a glove, barehanded, it's gonna hurt.
Right.
Barehanded, give it to a kid. That's like the biggest trophy of all. Like, first of all, I caught it without a glove. Secondly, I'm handing it to a kid. I'm a hero twice. I don't know. That's how my brain.
Oh yeah. And then of course, with everything being televised to the max, of course you get the boy who catches it and gives it to his sister, the dude holding the baby who drops the baby, catches the ball, catches the baby again. There's like these crazy, but dude, yeah, a guy without a glove with a baby in hand or a beer catching it, street cred.
Right. It is street cred. Side note, Coors Field, first base side, deep into that corner along the baseline, right?
Yeah.
So you know where I'm talking.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there with Elliot. I don't know. Maybe you were there. I don't know. We're watching the game, and that before they did the nets. Okay, this is pre-net all the way down, so you would get drilled in that corner. I mean, some kind of lefty batter would get up and he would pull the ball, his timing's early, and he just drills a liner into that corner, into that crowd. And that ball come in smoking hot, and we all stand up to catch, one coming in, but it was 2 rows behind me. The guy stands up, has a cast on the left wrist,
dude,
already. And he tries to catch it with the right, and all you hear is snap and ow, and the ball goes popping. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is going to be the guy with the 2 broken wrists. So.
Yeah, but are you going to be a guy who hides from that? I'm sorry, man.
That's what I mean. He still went after the ball. That's what I'm saying. As a grown man, he's already injured.
I think I'd go for it too, though.
He went out in a blaze of glory. That's all I can say.
Right. How about the ball? How about the ball that goes up, hits the upper deck, and then comes down on you?
Oh yeah. That would be fun, actually, but I've never had that happen.
No, but you always look up and you're like, But having your glove, going around, carrying it, you're right. That illusion of readiness. I'm ready. Let's go.
Right.
If it comes to me, the chances of that coming are just crazy, but
right.
Especially in the big leagues.
Well, let's dive into who are these men that bring a glove. And I say men because rarely do I see a woman bring a glove.
Yeah.
So, and they seem to be, this is not an exact science, just my observational power of going to a game. They seem to be some guy between 25 and 35, 40 years old. And they watch the game with like a scrutiny I've never seen, just like an intensity, like, is that person even really enjoying the game? What's going on? It's just like they're on the edge of their seat, just ready to pounce. It's like they came for a fight to get that ball versus watching the game. That's how I see it. There's just this weird energy around those people who are just 100% goal oriented to get a ball.
Well, it's like play versus spectatorship. A baseball game before the new rules was a pretty long event. I mean, some people cannot sit there. It's that glove allowing you to think you're going to be able to participate in the game and you're going to be part of it. And, and then it keeps your mind engaged. You're like, man, I got to really watch out. I might get some. And of course, people go to where the action is. Like they may start at their seat. Then they're going to walk around and they're going to go to some hot spots, especially if they're following some players and know where they like to hit. They'll go to certain spots waiting to get that Shohei Ohtani ball.
Right.
Because they know he likes a certain part of the ballpark. Hits that.
Yep.
Then there's, we didn't talk about that. Obviously, you have your glove, you catch it, give it to a kid or scalp it or keep it. That whole industry. But overall, I think it's kind of like a way to where I have to be engaged. I can't just sit here. If I'm going to go to a game, I'd rather be playing. I think it keeps them involved. What do you think?
So you're saying the guy with the glove is he's just intense. He's
intense and kind of needs.
Watches.
He's not sitting there talking smack and
right.
blah blah blah.
I know.
Blah.
I get distracted. I'm like, where'd that inning go? We're talking.
Yep. Nope. They're engaged.
They're engaged.
Be quiet, dude. I'm trying to. Don't you know?
It's like, to me, it's the same. Maybe the same person who scores the game. They're the ones that come to a major league game. They got their score sheet, where they're coding the whole game, like play by play. They're tracking balls and strikes, and there's always that one lady in the playoffs, in the baseball playoffs, that buys the ticket, behind home plate, and she's scoring the whole game. That must be the same kind of person that just has to have something to help them stay focused.
It's like a fidget, man. It's like a little, it's a 3-hour game at the time. Mm-hmm. Now, when you were doing your little work for minor league ball, did you see a lot of scorers and a lot of people bringing gloves in as opposed to, the pros, just in your little bit of time there for?
Yeah, what I noticed is, there was actually quite a few people that would come and score the game, and because they were like locals, they came every weeknight or weekend that they were in town, and they had their seats, and one of the person in the couple, usually, the wife or somebody, they liked to score in the games. The guys who had the gloves, what they try to do is they have their seats, but then as the game progresses and they kind of see where the foul balls are starting to go, they just go loiter in those areas, right? And they're just hanging out there. So there'd be like 3 38-year-olds out there and about 8, 12-year-olds.
Oh, no.
So, and what's funny is I think the other unwritten rule of this, from the player's perspective. So say you're a player, you're playing third base, you get the foul ball. Do you throw it to the 38-year-old dude or the 12-year-old? What do you do?
It's always a kid. It's always a kid.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You do not throw it to an adult.
No. Rarely does that happen, right?
Or the adult who reaches over and snags it from that kid. You're like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes viral.
Yeah, even the players would be like, what? Come on. Yeah, I know. We've all seen that.
But it's a way to enjoy the game. Maybe, dude, too, it's like, I can't give it up yet that I used to play. And, it's just what I do. I like my glove. I bring it.
Right. Well, now you're a guy that shows up early when you can to the games to watch batting practice. So you've witnessed that more than I have. So what do you see in the crowd out there? There's some older people, right, trying to get the home runs, right?
Yep. I would say at that time, when the cameras aren't on, more often than not, when those dudes catch a ball, they keep it.
Oh, yeah.
They're keeping that ball there. If I'm whatever, they're out there, they're there early to farm and get the ball. They're not giving it to a kid. I have noticed that. And once again, most people do not have a glove, but that's probably where all the glove people go, though, before. So there are a good amount of it, but they keep it, and
you just coined a new term, the glove people. That's where the glove people go.
The glove people go. But I'm going to go to some games this summer, and I'm actually going to just kind of take a gander and kind of look around, because I sit in all different places. Usually we're way up behind home plate on the very last seat, way up. So obviously there's not too many gloves up there, because we like just to look at the whole stadium. And Coors Field is beautiful, everyone. I mean, you got the mountains, the sky, it's great. But I like just going to different parts of the park and seeing it. But like you said, people see where the foul balls are going, so they kind of head over.
Now, I think today with players like Shohei Ohtani,
Yep.
even Mike Trout, all the bigs, Aaron Judd, all those guys, when they're in town, I think you get more glove people. Don't you think?
I didn't think of that. I would agree.
I think the glove people are maybe tenfold than what they are on a regular night.
Let's bring it out, because wouldn't that be cool? I mean, you're gambling. I mean, let's just go. Let's go there. We're gambling that I'm going to catch this ball. And it just brings, obviously, the person satisfaction to have that glove that they've had. So it ties them into the game. I understand. Me, I just wouldn't bring it because I'm like, man.
I never even thought of bringing it when my kids were younger. I'm like,
see, now that's crazy. Now, not that I brought it, but the kids. But
I'm gonna have to ask my son. Hey, did you ever bring your glove to Coors Field?
I bet he did, dude. I bet he did.
I don't know.
Yeah, Ryan did.
Yeah,
Katie did too. She had a glove.
Yeah, but I think in this day and age of getting a foul ball off of one of the bigs and selling it seems to maybe be driving it. The 50th homer of Ohtani, that brings a certain money.
Sure.
So I think it brings out the scoundrels in some ways. People trying to earn the dollar. And, you remember the Phillies lady? I think she was Phillies, where she went and screamed at this dad who got
ball. Yes, horrible.
She walked over, and he finally just gave up the ball, and and that just kind of roamed around in social media spaces for a while, and they were like, I don't think that lady knows the etiquette of baseball. That is, an adult gets the ball, you give it to a kid. And that lady thought, when it dropped in her zone of seating area, then she's entitled to the ball. And
nope. So, dude, you've seen it too. Diving for that ball, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, people will put life on the line for a ball, and which is funny because you can go down to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy the same ball for $6.
Sure, but
I know.
Game hit ball. Yeah. Of course, everyone loves these people all love baseball. I love baseball. So
right.
I hear you. It's just very interesting when they're sitting in a spot that is getting no chance whatsoever. But it's just like a whoopee. It's like a whoopee.
So let's say you get to go to a World Series game. Are you going to bring your glove?
No.
Okay, still. It doesn't matter what game. You're not.
Doesn't matter what game. And I'm still, if I catch a ball or get a ball, I'm still giving it to a kid, even at the World Series.
What if it's the home run record for the year ball lands in your lap, could be worth $3 million. You're still going to give it to a kid.
Okay. In that situation, I would give it to the player.
Oh.
As a person who played and loves and does that, I would actually give it to the player. I know there's people out there, I'm going to get mine, blah, blah, blah. No, you know what? And, it'd be nice if, all
right, well,
were like reciprocal, but
this is being recorded and put it out. So we have.
When am I going to go?
We have an official transcript of you saying you will give it to the player. So.
I would give it to the player. Now, what would you do, Brian? Okay, you're there. What do? You catch.
You catch a ball is going to be worth money or fame.
Okay.
Oh, that's a tough one. I like your idea.
If it's special to the player, like their first home run and it's a World Series.
Yeah.
I'm talking like, would you?
There was a guy who did that, I think, in Dodger Stadium. I forget the circumstances. Yes. You could have gotten, they say, between $500,000 and $1 million for the ball, and he gave it to the player.
I think I would give it to the player.
Mm-hmm. I've never thought of that way because I always sit in the cheap seats. So, it's not one of those things I really ponder like, I'm going to get, Aaron Judge home run ball. Cause why? Cause I don't sit in that area.
I mean, I'm getting my picture taken with it. I'm like,
right.
like, hey, I got this. And
right.
it'd be cool to get picture of the player.
Unless someone hits it to the third deck back row. I don't know if I'm ever going to have that moral dilemma to do it. But now I might be prepared now. Now I would like to handle it that way. Or here's what I would do. I'm going to give it to some charity. Sell it and kick that money back into Little League baseball. I think that would be fun because I didn't show up to the game to profit,
Yeah.
I want to pass it on. So I think, circumstances, whatever, I think a charity would go a long way.
But you would never have a glove, no matter what game. No, you're never. Yeah.
Now I'm sitting here thinking, what if I'm like 75 years old? Would I start scoring the game? I don't know. That might be a real possibility.
Just keeps you, dude. It keeps
keep me focused. Right?
Keeps you focused. Gives you a little enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps you involved in the game. You're there by yourself. You're looking around. You're just.
Mm-hmm. It is so hard. I tried to do that. Like when I was a baseball coach or assistant coach for Little League. The coach, if I was assistant, like, hey, score the game so we know how the kids did. Man, I'm like distracted. Some kids asking me if you can go pee, and I'm like not filling it out right. So, I do feel I have to redeem myself for doing a lousy job.
So you might go back on that little where you're talking smack about people. Scoring the game. That has you've reversed.
I might. Yeah.
So I'm going to see you at a Kansas City Royals game with your glove next to you, your scorecard. You're ready to go.
So someday when we go to a game, I'm going to show up with all that stuff, just to embarrass you. So there we go. But now I think. Now that we've talked about this, next time I watch a game, I'm going to pay a little closer attention to those who bring a glove and those who bring a score sheet. And just kind of, did we nail them? Did our conversation, or is there still unidentified gems to talk about on these people? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Who knows?
Who knows? But hey, dude, guess what?
What?
Hey, we're out of time. Let's wrap this baby up.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks, friends, for joining us on this episode of Life According to Brian.
And Jason.
And until next time, what do you think about people who bring a ball glove to a major league game? See ya.